what is this Ravia program?
The Ravia program is basically a rural agricultural work experience program. It is in the one of our semester course. In this program, we go to a particular village, and there we have to connect with the villagers, particularly the farmers. We learn something from them, and we teach something to them. Basically, this is the program.
Can you name a few folk dance forms of Odisha?
So there are various folk dance forms like Mra from Mayurbhanj, Dhenkanal, Dalkhai dance from Sambalpur, Dhemsa from Koraput, and Ghanta Patua from Jagatsinghpur, Kendrapada, then Mahari dance, then Gotipur dance from Raghurajpur, the village of Puri district.
Okay. In Sambalpuri dance, what is the basic theme of Sambalpuri dance?
So in Sambalpuri dance, basically the folk dance, the basic theme is the theme related to nature, and they pray to the nature goddess and the Devi, which we call Durga Ma. This is the basic, and one of the mythological theme also there, where the Radha Krishna Leela also.
Okay, you told about Mahari dance and Gotipur dance, huh?
Yes.
So, from where the Odissi dance originated?
So, Odissi dance originated.
What's the origin of Odissi? No, how the Odissi dance originated?
So it is from the Jagannath temple only.
Jagannath temple, okay. What are that tradition that has given birth to Odissi dance?
Is it Devadasi dance?
Yes, it's the Devadasi tradition that is the origin of Odissi dance, classical dance. Okay. Okay, and can you name a few other classical dance forms in India?
So, from India, one is Bharatanatyam from Tamil Nadu, Kathak from Uttar Pradesh, Kathakali from Kerala, and Mohili Natyam also from Kerala. Then Kuchipudi from Andhra Pradesh, Sattari from
your I think your voice is not audible. You have been a student of agriculture. What are the basic impediments we have in doubling farmers' income?
So basically, we have the impediments are we have a large scale of small and marginal farmers.
Okay, what do you mean by a small farmer and what do you mean by a marginal farmer?
So the farmers who have less than 2 hectares of lands, they are small farmers, and less than 1 hectare, they are marginal farmers.
Okay, then please go ahead with the answer.
Basically, the small land holdings, and another thing is we have now the one of the major problem is climate change. There is heat wave, there is erratic rainfalls, and we are using the traditional agricultural farming. The cultivation practices basically it is very traditional, and we are yet to adopt the technologies, and there are very poor implementation.
What are the technologies you think we have not been able to adopt?
So I am talking about the small and marginal farmers who are not able to adopt the technologies.
What is the major reason of not adopting the technology?
So I think it is lack of awareness, education, and less extensional work.
Okay, and don't you think that the availability of land is the major issue in adopting technology. If you will have a small piece of land, how you implement any modern technology in that land?
But if the farmers have small piece of land, they can be a part of like agricultural cooperatives and farmer producer organization, so that
Hmm.
they could adopt the technology in a very community basis. It is
That can happen. But individually, if you don't have land, you cannot try any new technology. Hmm.
yes,
Because in modernization of agriculture, the fragmentation of land is one of the most I would say the most important challenge in modernization of agriculture or adoption of new technology. Okay, fine. Acha, tell me that we right now have something called as uh, system of rice intensification. What is the
yes.
advantage of that technique?
So in system of rice intensification, it is a rice. There is rice transplantation in there, and there is a in the rice transplantation. It is making of nursery, and it has the advantages like the inputs are inputs can be conserved. The seeds, the amount of seeds which is used in direct seeding or normal transplanting, it is in SRA, the system of rice intensification, it is uh, less needed.
Okay. Acha, we have something called as globally important agricultural heritage system. Have you heard of this?
So I have heard of this, but I can't remember. Like,
Acha, who was Kamala Pujari?
so Kamla Puchari is a farmer who belongs to Koraput district, who is
Hmm?
famous for organic farming, and and she preserved more than 100 species of paddy, indigenous paddy variety.
Okay, yes. Acha, what was the demerit? What were the demerits of Green Revolution?
So in green, if we talk particularly about the demerits, then the excessive use of fertilizers and pesticides, which is
Mhm,
degrading the soil fertility, which is
mhm,
degrading the environment,
mhm,
reducing the biodiversity also. And another thing is depleting the water table,
mhm.
soil water table.
Don't you think that it had an impact on crop diversification?
Yes, it has.
So what happened?
So when the Green Revolution happened, the particularly the importance given to rice, wheat, this kind of food grains, and uh, other food grains, other crops like pulses, oil
Mhm,
seeds, these are given less importance.
mhm.
Now we can like feel that this
Yes.
is the difference because we have less production in pulses and oil seeds.
Asha, right now we are food sufficient or not?
So we have food sufficient.
Right, food sufficient. So, but Asha, do you think that organic farming is sustainable in long term?
So organic farming is sustainable in long term. It is good.
Then if the production will be less and input cost will be high, then how it can be sustainable? And any country which
Uh,
faced crisis due to organic farming in our neighborhood.
uh, Sri Lanka.
So what experience you learned from Sri Lanka regarding organic farming?
So if we completely turn the agriculture sector into organic
Hmm.
without keeping any backup plan, and we can completely switch into organic farming, because if we switch to organic farming, then for some years the productivity will be very low.
Hmm.
The long term it will be beneficial, but for the short term the productivity will be very low. So
Hmm.
if the productivity will be low, then we can't feed the a country like India and any country. So we have to keep a backup, and we
Okay.
can't completely switch to organic agriculture.
Acha, what do you understand by climate smart agriculture?
So climate smart agriculture is basically the set of practices
Hmm.
which uh, is practicing to counter the climate change effect.
Can you substantiate with few examples?
By the use of organic farm, by adopting organic farming, and by adopting the micro irrigation process, by adopting millets cultivation,
Hmm.
and these are some
Why,
examples.
why millets are being promoted?
So millets are these are called the superfood right now because they have the ability to resist the climate. They not require much water and much inputs like fertilizers or manures kind of things. So it
Hmm.
is now mm, promoted, and it has various nutritional benefits also more than paddy or.
Okay, what are the other varieties of and examples of millets?
So there are two types of millet, basically major millets and minor millets. In major millets, we have bajra, ragi,
Hmm.
sorghum or jowar. And in minor millets, we have proso millet, foxtail millets, kodo millets. These are the
Okay,
examples.
okay, fine. How many agroclimatic zones are there in Odisha?
So in Odisha, there are 10 agroclimatic zones.
Okay. What do you understand by public distribution system?
So it is basically comes under the NFSA scheme, National Food Security scheme, and in public distribution we have fair shops where the state government basically distributes the food grains.
So you got your graduation in 2018.
Yes.
So since 2018, 2024, what are you doing?
So after the graduation, I was completely involved in managing an institution, which is a venture of my father. After the graduation,
Managing you? What?
a coaching institution.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
After the graduation, my father also retired on the same year, and he has a venture of mm, basically a coaching institution. But because he met with an accident and his collarbone has been broken,
Mm-hmm.
so I have to manage all the institution. I have to like establish the institution. After my father has recovered and my brother also capable of doing this, I started my preparation. This is my second attempt on it.
Okay. Don't you think that you can be self-employed or you can give employment to few people without coming into the government service?
Yes, sir, it is possible.
So why you are coming to civil service then?
Uh, So my inner desire and my satisfaction lies in civil service only. So I I started that institution, I managed it, but my inner desire was something else. That's why I came to the school. So in here only I can manage to like keep self employment mm, by properly doing my duty also.
Okay. Uh, it is said that India is going to be a global powerhouse in the next few decades. What are the strengths you find in India?
So what are the strengths?
Yes, what are the strengths for which it is projected that India will be the global powerhouse in the next few decades?
So one of the major strengths is it has the large number of working force,
Okay.
which we can utilize
Hmm.
in various activities, which can be utilized in various activities also.
Okay.
And we have natural resources,
Hmm.
which would be which would be definitely helpful for us.
Hmm.
Then we are going towards. I think India is the only country which is mainly focusing on sustainable practices. Sustainable practices in every sector. And we have a diversity in our geography. We have a diversity in our culture also. The geography, which would be helpful for in agriculture purpose also. That in some area geography, the climate is for paddy cultivation, some for various vegetables cultivation, some for plantation crops. So in agriculture also, and we have a large coastline also, which we can utilize.
Okay. Acha, in India is surrounded by Indian Ocean.
Yes.
So, in what importance the Indian Ocean carries for India?
The importance. So it is a major transporting route for
Okay.
India.
Hmm.
Then
Monsoon,
yes, monsoon.
extremely important for monsoon. Okay.
Yes.
When Odisha became a separate province,
Yes. So 1936, 1st April 1936.
1st April 1936. Okay. How many districts were there?
30 districts.
No, no, were there at that time?
And that thing. So I have no idea.
No idea. Which district you belong to?
Sonpur district.
Sonpur district. When you received form?
So 1st April 1993.
1993. Okay. So what are KBK districts and why they are given special assistance?
So KBK districts, the KBK stands for Kalahandi, Balangir and Koraput.
How many districts are there right now in this KBK area?
How many districts I can say, but Balangir, Sonpur, then Nuapada, Kalahandi, Malkangiri, Koraput, Nabrangpur, these are
Okay.
included
Okay,
in
fine. Have you heard of Western Odisha Development Council?
Yes.
What is the role of Western Odisha Development Council?
So it is basically focused on the economic development, the socio-cultural development of particularly Western Odisha districts, so that the regional disparities can be covered.
Okay. Acha, what is Rio Summit? Can you remember Rio Summit?
I can't remember it right
Okay.
now.
Okay, fine. No problem. No problem. What do you understand by sustainable development?
The sustainable development is basically the able to
Okay,
sustainable development.
no problem. If you cannot remember, it is okay.
Okay, so the definition I can't remember. The
What
concept
is the
I know.
theme? Yes, what is the theme of the sustainable development? What is
The
actually
theme is
trying to convey? Trying to convey. What do you mean by sustainable development?
So we have to grow without degrading the.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Acha, what is the coastline of Odisha?
480 kilometers.
480 kilometers. Name few natural calamities to which Odisha is prone for.
Natural calamity. The coastal region are prone for cyclones.
Okay.
And floors also.
Plots, okay.
These floors are basically all the districts are prone to floods. Northern districts are also prone to floods, southern, western. Then western districts are basically prone to drought.
Drought. Okay. And new emerging natural calamities, PLM, emerging natural calamities, heat waves.
Heat waves.
Right now, you are saying heat waves. Okay. Okay, fine. Last question. What are the ecological importance of mangroves?
So ecological importance, mangroves are act as resilience for cyclones, and they are act as the breeding grounds for marine animals, marine organisms. Then the marines they are they have the vast capacity of carbon sinking also. They
Okay.
can
And they sustain biodiversity also.
biodiversity also.
Okay. Do you find mangroves in Odisha?
Yes, sir, we have mangroves.
Where? Very fine. Thank you.
So Mahanadi Delta, Vitarkanika, then Devi River. These are some of the places.
Okay.
The deltas.
Thank you. Thank you. Your interview is over.